Hi and welcome to a new week of talks. I hope you had a good weekend. One of the most amazing testimonies that I've ever heard was from my friend John Michael in Peru. As soon as John Michael learned to speak, they knew something was wrong. He had a terrible stammer. At school, he didn't do well. He was mocked by the children and the teachers alike, and they called him Donkey. He was treated like a special needs student. There was no respite at home either. His father would come home drunk every day and beat his wife and John Michael mercilessly. One day, when he was in his teens, he'd had enough. He decided to take his own life. He took a sharp knife and he and his dog climbed up into the mountains overlooking Cusco. He found a place and sat down, preparing himself for the act. Just then he saw a bright reflection as the sun hit something in the city below. At first he couldn't make out what it was, but then he realized it was a church roof. He thought, I wonder if there is a God. So he prayed his first ever prayer. God, if you're there, show yourself, or else I will die today. John Michael lay back on the ground and waited. Suddenly he felt invisible hands that gently reached under his body and lifted him up. Peace flooded his heart. There was a God. He quickly made his way home, and when he began to speak to his mother, she just stared at him. His stammer had gone. He was just wondering how he was going to find out more about the God that he knew existed now, and then there was a knock at the door. A stranger stood there. The stranger was looking for lodgings in the area. Being inquisitive, John Michael asked him what his business was. I'm a missionary, the man replied. I've never heard of that, John Michael said. What does that mean? Well, it means I work for God. John Michael grabbed the stranger's arm and pulled him inside the house. Then you can answer my questions, he said excitedly. One question that he asked was this: why is the sky blue? I don't know the answer to that. You need to study physics to answer that question, the man said. Then that's what I want to do, John Michael said. Following this conversation, he went to the local college and asked to study physics. When the principal asked him what exams he had passed, John Michael said, none. The principal laughed. Well, that's that, he said. Goodbye. But there must be another way. Well, the principal replied, there is an entrance exam, but I don't put down much hope that you would pass that. You'd have to study hard. He gave John Michael a list of books. For the next few weeks, he spent all his time in the public library reading. The day of the exam came, and he sat it. He passed with the highest marks that anyone had ever achieved. Now, to cut a long story short, John Michael won a scholarship to a prestigious university in the USA and has a glittering academic career in nuclear physics, specializing in nuclear medicine and cancer research. But better than that, he remains a faithful disciple of Jesus and has founded orphanages in Peru to help children with no hope. Psalm 8 verses 3 and 4 says, when I look at your heavens, the work of your fingers, the moon and the stars, which you have set in place. What is man that you are mindful of him, and the Son of Man that you care for him? God bless you.